Often your music is described sort of as metal or pop, punk rock. How do you, though, tend to describe the music you make?
Yeah, I've heard it described uh in multiple ways. I think the one that I feel like is most fitting is punk for sure, just because I feel like a lot of things could fit under the punk umbrella as opposed to metal. But you could also say alt metal as well. So I guess alt metal or punk.
Who are some of the artists that you grew up listening to, or maybe that influenced you as the artist you are today?
Yeah, so um I got into music from my sister. She had like these like mixtapes that she would make from like 2005 to 2008. And on the mixtapes, I remember it was the craziest thing because one song it would be like Gwen Stefani's like Holla Back Girl, and then like the next song it was like BYOB from System of a Down. So I was kind of getting like metal influences as well as pop influences, which I feel like is quite evident that I take inspiration from a lot of different genres. So um I give my sister full credit for any of my music inspirations. But as of recently, I found this one song called It's Martini Time, which I guess is like a song from like the 90s. And it's kind of been like, it's kind of rocked my world, to be honest with you. So I don't know, who knows? Maybe I'll make music like that for the next era. Who knows?
You have this new song out right now, Growing Pains. Talk about the inspiration behind it.
Um, you know, I wasn't in the best place when I wrote this song. I just got over a breakup. And um, I've been on, I feel like I have pretty great insight when I talk about relationships just because I've been on the side where, I was broken up with and I was kind of crazy. And then I've been on the side where I broke up with somebody and, it just wasn't a good fit for me. But Growing Pains was an interesting situation because it was essentially me ending the relationship because of how hurt I was over certain situation basically. So it's quite a fierce, like comeback, like gaining confidence type of song after a breakup. So it's very powerful to me. And I feel like it's just like the perfect song for anybody who like needs closure. And I remember taking it to my producer and being like, I want this to be like the craziest song that I have in my catalog. I want this to be like, I want it to start off as like a punk song and then just end as this like electronic mess. And so that's exactly what we did.
What kind of fan response have you been receiving? Have people been telling you their own connections to it?
Yeah, so I've been told this is everyone's favorite out of the three that I've released so far since I only got three songs out as we're doing this. But I've been told it's the fan favorite. So as of yesterday, I've had like my biggest streaming day since I debuted in January, which across all platforms I had like 37,000 streams in a day. So it was quite a pleasant surprise for sure. Yeah.
What is your songwriting process? Do you need to have lyrics before you can craft a beat, or do you need to have the music before you can craft the words for it? Or is there no way you tend to do it every single time?
It is different every single time. I think for Growing Pains, I knew what I wanted to talk about, and I knew I wanted to just make a song about just closure, you know, and just really gaining your confidence again, and realizing that in this particular scenario, you weren't the crazy one in the relationship. But yeah.
You talked about your producer as well. Do you tend to have a very hands-on approach as well when it comes to the production side of the music you make?
You know what I do? So, what our process usually looks like, we go into his studio. His name is Isaac Mittendorf. Shout out to Isaac. but we go into a studio and basically he has like guitars and keyboards and everything, and we just kind of play around with all the stuff that he has in his studio and we come up with something. But sometimes it's on the fly. Sometimes I have something prepared, like I'll record a demo on GarageBand and I'll send it to him. We'll go over it together at the studio and then I'll say, okay, like you could change this part or you could keep this part in. So I would definitely say it's a collaborative process between him and I for sure.
Well, with Growing Pains out now, let's ask the question, is there an EP or a full album in the works?
This will be the first time I've told anyone, but yes, there's the EP coming out. There's a debut EP coming out. And the EP is set to come out next month. I don't think I want to give the title away or anything just because I'm waiting for the right time to talk about it, but I will say it features 6 very fierce songs.
I have no doubt. I have no doubt if this is just a teaser. There, there seems to be a theme then to the songs that will be a part of the EP.
Yeah, for sure. It kind of it takes place in the year of 2023. I had a really crazy year. It wasn't the most positive year of my life, but definitely was a year for a lot of inspiration. So,
Something did positive come out of it then in the
for
end.
sure. Yeah.
Are you able to tease if there'll be some collaborations on this, or is it just you for the time being?
For the time being, it will just be me. Um, but I may or may not be jumping on somebody else's project in the future. So,
I know that you're in the heart of Atlanta, so there's plenty, I think, of music opportunities for you to be working on as well. Will you be performing live in the near future as well?
yes, I will. As of right now, I'm playing Los Angeles at the Whiskey A Go Go. I'm opening for Agent Orange, which just happens to be one of my like biggest influences actually. So it's kind of full circle. So I'm incredibly excited and honored to do that. But as far as performing in Atlanta, I'll talk more about that very soon. So we'll see.
Okay, I can only force you to tease so much. Is there an artist you would love then as a dream collaboration to work with?
Oh man, I was just talking about this, but I grew up in Cleveland, Ohio. So I feel like I would really understand like Machine Gun Kelly. I feel like we would really understand each other and I feel like we can make something really great. And then also I absolutely love Azalea Banks. I think her music's incredible. I think she has just incredible insight on the industry and everything. And I feel like it would just be so fun to work with her. So I definitely Machine Gun Kelly or Azalea Banks.
What would you like to say then to everyone who are fans and supporters of the incredible music that you make?
I would say there's a lot more to come than you expect.
That's a good one. That's a good
Yeah.
team.
Yeah, for sure. Because even after the EP, I do plan on dropping like a lot more like a follow-up project. So yeah, we're gonna have a lot of stuff happening like all in a row for sure.
2024 is the year of Beaubie.
Yes, ma'am.